Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. This is a very difficult verse for me. So let's. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's call out to Bhagwan Shri Krishna and beg him to help us understand. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please help us understand this verse and the previous verse because it makes me feel just really sad. It makes me feel like it can't be true. Please help. Oh my goodness, this is very scary. Please help me understand this. Okay, so let us sing the verse together. It's depressing. My goodness. Okay. आसुरीं योनिमापन्ना मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्त्यधमां गतिम्. Attaining repeated birth among species of demoniac life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually, they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. Basically, it's just going down and down, further and further, right? Like they can never approach me. Repeated birth amongst this thing. So, never merciful to the demoniac. So now, life after life, they are put in wombs of similar demons, and then at last achieving bodies like cats, dogs, and hogs. So maybe after that, maybe like because he's saying that such demons have practically no chance of receiving the mercy of God at any stage in later life. It feels so sad. Like why? I mean, isn't that's what so then it may be argued in this connection that God should not be advertised as all merciful if he's not merciful to such. That's exactly like how isn't he all merciful? I mean, I didn't say it in this way, it should not be advertised, but like I mean, he has to be all merciful, right? If I have that much mercy in my heart that I don't want them to always suffer, then why would God not have? God has a lot more. He's the source of the any kind of mercy or love or whatever I have in my heart, so it's not making sense to me at all. And uh, and the Vedanta Sutras, in there it says Supreme Lord has no hatred for anyone. It's simply another feature of his mercy. I don't understand that at all. Sometimes now he's saying that yes, sometimes asuras are killed by the Lord himself and then they are delivered. But those are very few, right? I mean, there will be so many more people who are demonic, like Ravan, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, all of these people. Just very few people. But what about all the rest of the people? Um, and yeah, here he did not say anything about this particular thing. So he's saying these ignorant souls take birth again and again in demoniac wombs. Failing to reach me, they gradually sink to the most abominable type of existence. So my hope in this case is that if they are achieving bodies like cats, dogs, and hogs, then eventually they'll go up that cycle, the all the species that they're supposed to go through, and then eventually they'll come back as human, and then they'll start their thing from scratch. Then they'll have, I mean, it's just never does is oh never is a very big word, right? Eternity, that's the thing that I hate about like Christianity and Islam. Like it's like if you don't believe in me, then you're going to burn in hell for eternity. I mean, this whole eternity business, no, that is like, no, I mean, that's the reason I left. I mean, not that I was ever there, but that's the reason I didn't choose those religions, because I don't believe that God can be that harsh. Like you don't believe in use the word Jesus or use the word Allah and he's just gonna make you burn in hell for eternity. That's kind of like what this is. Oh my goodness, this is so difficult for me. Okay, so this is my hope right now, that they'll take the bodies of these animals, um, and then eventually they'll come back up to human life and then they'll do it. So let's see what Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Having accepted impious wombs, such foolish persons are unable to attain me birth after birth, and they achieve the most degraded destination. Okay. That's it for this video. That's it for this verse. Wish you a beautiful day filled with a lot of mercy, a lot of actual mercy, which is okay. Yeah, a lot of actual mercy. I think I'm just not under. This is not eternity. He can't be saying eternity. He's not saying specifically eternity. He's just saying that they go down and down and down. They go down and downward spiral, and that's something that we all do. All of us, all human beings do that. We tend to go down a downward spiral. Once we make one choice that's a negative choice, it leads us to the next negative choice, to the next negative choice, even in our own heads, right? Even like right now, it's like my mind is like, oh, I something, some trauma, like uh, nobody loves me, I'm unlovable, and then it just goes down and down and down into this thing, like just total depression. And like it can happen to anyone. So we make good choices with our thoughts, with our hearts, with our emotions, with our actions, with our service. We make good choices. We make one good choice and we can go up an upward spiral. And we make one bad choice, we can go down a downward spiral. So all those millions of choices that we're making during the day, they're very, very important. What are we choosing? Are we choosing something that will lead us upward or something that will lead us downward? Okay, wish you a very beautiful day filled with lots of Krishna's mercy. Radhe Radhe.